Yeah, so today the team we are going to discuss about is the Royal Challengers Bangalore. I mean, yes, a team that's spoken about by so many, that's so much popular among the fans. But yeah, sadly enough, they haven't been able to lay their hands on the coveted trophy, the silverware. But will it be there yet this time around? They were pretty active in the auction. I mean, went aggressively behind their targets. But that Will Jack's moment will maybe prick their fans. Did they make a mistake in that? Did they make a mistake by not RTM him? So there will be some questions. Yeah, I'm joined by Ashish, and we will like to break down the strengths and weaknesses of this RCB team. So, as of now, I would like to start with the playing 12, the best playing 12 possible that we have put forward. So, yeah, Virat and Salt are surely opening the innings. I mean, Salt, we have seen last year his pyrotechnics when he was with KKR, and he is also one of the best batters of England in the T20 format at this point of time. Too good a batter. Virat is, anyways, he makes so many runs for RCB. So, Virat and Salt. Now, at number three, maybe Rajat Patidar. Number four, Lem Livingstone. Number five, Jitesh Sharma. Now I will say one thing: they can play Team David at six, but if they play Jacob Bethel, they will have their left-hander because I think like this left-hander issue will be there. Otherwise, people can target them with left-arm spinners or sometimes one side of the boundary is short. They can't take advantage of that. So maybe they can slot Bethel in the between, and then the bowling part if Ashish continues.
Yeah. So after Team David or Jacob Bethel at number 6, at number 7 we probably see Kunal Pandya coming in, and after that at number 8 uh, we can have Bhuvneshwar Kumar
Movie?
coming in.
Yeah.
Movie. Number 9, Rasik Dar. Now, a lot of people might not know, but Rasik Dar is pretty handy with the bat as well, and he can tonk the ball. So, for a number 9, Rasik Dar. At number 10, one of the foreign seamers, be it Lungi, Hazelwood, or Nuan. I probably see Hazelwood opening, being the first choice at number 10. And at number 11, I probably see either Suyash Sharma if they want to go uh, with a spinner, or Yash Dayal in that number 11. And then comes about the substitute, the impact player. So they can either have another bowler, one of if Suyash is playing, then Yash Dayal, or Yash Dayal is playing, then Suyash, either of the two. uh, or what they can
Yeah.
do is,
Otherwise, they can do that thing that maybe if a wicket falls early, if they have a collapse, then just push in someone like a Devdutt Padikkal. I mean, it's been a homecoming for him also. He had his best years, I would say, with RCB when he was there in 2020 and 2021. Then he moved to RR. But he's back. They can push him. He can maybe survive a collapse, or maybe someone like a Swastik Chikara. So he was with Delhi Capitals only, and now he's moved here. So
he
maybe one
pretty
of
fine.
these two. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe one of these two push up the order and just build an innings if in case of collapse, and then push the Liams and the Jitesh to launch that final overs attack. So
And
yeah,
not
I think
yeah, not only that, just to add one more point, add, and if they start to feel that their lower order is looking, the tail is looking really long at number 8, if Bhuvi is walking in and they are not happy with that, at number 8 they can probably play someone like Manoj Bhandage, who generally plays at the lower order and can give you an all round option as well. Now, and slash or they can also bring in Swapnil Singh if Kunal Pandya is not performing up to the marks. But I don't think Kunal Pandya being replaced so early. But Swapnil Singh can also move into the lineup. And Swapnil Singh and Kunal Pandya don't have a good history from Baroda. But then we have seen Harbhajan and Simons playing for the same franchise, if I'm not wrong. So in IPL, anything can happen. So anything such like that can happen, and they can just bring either of these two to increase their batting lineup a little bit. So yeah,
yeah.
that's
So I mean, Kunal's batting has declined a bit than his peak years in MI, but yeah, he's still a pretty good enough bowler. And I mean, for the Chinnaswamy surface, I think Krunal is a very ideal candidate because he's not someone who needs the surface to spin, someone like a Jadeja or someone like an Ashwin. He's more of a darter kind of bowler who, I mean, he's more of a slower version of a pacer if you put it in that way. So I think on the Chinnaswamy surface, bowling four economical overs, he is a very
He's
ideal candidate.
he's more like Akshar Patel, as someone mentioned. Akshar Patel,
Yeah,
it's like shooting balls onto the pitch, not so he's kind of that bowler. So
yeah,
yeah,
and
and one more thing, whom do you see as the captain for RCB?
yeah, that's actually $1 million question. I mean, that's been the question before the auctions. People were predicting they would go for KL or maybe Rishabh or Ishan Kishan, some big Indian names, but they didn't go for. I mean, rather they didn't get any of these, even if they had gone. But now with this squad, I mean, to be honest, Virat looks the most ideal candidate to be the captain again. If maybe Virat is not ready to get into the leadership responsibilities once again, then maybe Rajat Patidar they can
Or
try out. I think he's Rajat Patidar or Kunal Pandya. I mean, these guys have captain in the domestic arena, so maybe they can take a punt with these two. So apart from
but
this, to be honest,
so
I don't see any other names.
but how they went about the auction, I feel Virat is the name they are going to. They have probably convinced Virat. That is what I hunch for. But yeah, Rajat Paridar would be a better name. Or they can look this one season. They can probably groom Rajat and then give him the captainship in the
Yeah.
next season, something like that.
Yeah, also I think they could have gone for someone like a Washington Sundar who would have fit their requirements because they've already got a slow left armer. And if they had played Washington Sundar and Offie, they have Livingstone who can bowl a bit of off and leg. So that would have been a complete attack, and Sundar can add to the batting value also. So they wouldn't have needed to get in depth at that point. But yeah, now it's done, so it's done. And Bhubi can swing the ball up front, Rashik throughout the face. Hazelwood, very good all phase bowler. And they have two good backups also to Hazelwood. They have someone like a Lungi and Giddy, who has played the IPL previously, plays for South Africa. Nuban Thushara, I mean, he's very good if you use in the power play. He's not typically a Pathirana who is an so he's a slog overs bowler. I think he's better when he's bowled in the power play. And Mumbai learned that later on last year. So it would be good if they can play both Nuban and Hazelwood, but that's tricky since they don't have enough Indian batters of, I mean, this level to play in the top order. Then they will have to drop Team David or Jacob Bethel, whoever is in that spot, and play maybe an Indian batter, which makes the batting look a bit thin. Also, I mean, another point is once they took Salt to open with Virat, they have done that same thing which they did with Faf and Virat. That teams can now target them with left arm spinner. I mean, Delhi playing against them, they can easily open with an Akshar Patel, or even KKR KKR playing against them, they can open with someone like a Varun or Narayan who will turn the ball both ways because both of these two aren't that great strikers against spin bowlers, particularly left arm spin. Even the other spinners also, they're not very confident as they are against pace.
I just have yeah, certainly. And do they have any other option if suppose they want to open Devroot or Devroot with Virat? Suppose a situation comes and they want to play both. They want to play either two foreign bowlers or both Jacob and David in the lower order. I'm just giving you an option. Do they have any other Indian wicketkeeper names they can swap?
Yeah, they have
Phil
Jitesh only. They have
Oh, the
Jitesh
GTS.
only.
Yeah. GTS have. So yeah, with GTS, if somehow Phil Shaw doesn't
Yeah, I
perform,
mean, Phil
or
Salt is anyways starting, but yeah, going forward, if they find it difficult, I think Phil Salt might be, if he doesn't play well enough, they might think of tinkering with the 11. They can do one thing, but I don't think Virat at this stage of his career will go back down to number three. I mean, he played, I think, maybe a season or two at number three in the middle when Faf and I think they were opening with some Faf and
yeah,
Anuj Rawat, and Virat was
I
coming
completely
down at
agree
three.
that it's going in at number three.
Yeah,
Uh,
also, I mean, he's better in the power play only these days. I mean, if you send him in the eighth over, ninth over, he would take a bit of time and he gets stuck in the middle. That's the problem with Virat. So You just don't want to get him stuck. You want him to express himself in the power play, play his shots against the Pacers, and get off to a rollicking start. So yeah, I mean, and on that Chinnaswamy track, you to be honest, is the batters who are mostly gonna help you out, because we have seen time and again, no matter whom RCB brings, everyone goes for runs on that track. So yeah, um, let's see. I mean, how this lineup pans out, and will it be their year? So yeah, that we can't say at this point of time. Maybe 4 months later, we might be in a better position to say. But at least now, I can ask Ashish that: do you see this team in the top four?
It looks a pretty decent side with a lot of bases covered. So it's definitely looking like a top four side. And just one
Yes.
more thing. Yeah, and just one more thing that a lot of people say that they went for Jitesh Sharma and not for Ishan Kishan. Then I just have, and both of them went for the same price tag. I would just like to tell one thing that Jitesh is a lower order Indian batter, and such commodities are very rare. And they already have Rajat and a few other names who are the top order batters. So I feel this is a very smart decision from RCB to go for
Yeah,
someone like
also
Jitesh.
there was, I mean, a bit of talk about that Wiljax moment, why they didn't use the RTM on Wiljax. I think they could have used, maybe play him at 3 like he was playing last year, and then it could have allowed Rajat to come down at 4. But then maybe they thought of bolstering that lower order with Team David or someone like a Jacob Bethel, and they went with that. So yeah, let's see. I think that's it for RCB. We'll come back with the other teams. Till then, please watch all our videos. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe our channel. And please like and share these videos with as many guys as possible. Till then, cheers.